The crisis rocking the All Progressives Congress, APC, in Benue State has deepened following the conclusion of parallel ward congresses organized by factions loyal to Governor Hyacinth Alia and the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume. The exercises conducted across the state's 23 local government areas produced separate sets of ward executives, cementing a divide that threatens the party's cohesion ahead of the 2027 elections. The SGF-aligned camp, led by Comrade Austin Agada, announced the existing ward executives were reaffirmed for another 4-year term. Meanwhile, the governor-aligned faction, led by Benjamin O'Malley, declared that new ward executives had emerged through a consensus-based election process. Joining us on the show to review the outcome of APC ward congresses as Governor Hyacinth Alia goes head-to-head with the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, is Michael Aondoakaa, SAN, Nigeria's former Minister of Justice. Good morning, Mr. Aondoakaa, and thank you for joining us again on the morning show.
Good morning.
Well, sir, let's start with the feud, the Akume-Alia feud in Benue State, highlighted by the factionalization, the fracturing of the APC in Benue State, in all the 23 local government ward congresses that took place. First, where do you stand in the divide? Are you with the old generation, led by Senator George Akume, or with the new wave, those who call themselves the new generation of Benue politics, led by Father Hyacinth Alia? And then, your insights as to the cause of this problem. Is it about money sharing? Is it about influence? Is it about Godfather, Godson, going their separate ways?
Well, thank you very much. I stand on the side of the law because throughout the country, APC control state, what happened was affirmation of the existing state congresses, affirmation of the local government congresses. The position of NEC, which was applied throughout this country, was that where vacancies do not exist as a result of either defection or death of the existing core, there should be affirmation. And it is the existing ESCO, the ward ESCO, now that participated in the registration, the e-registration. It was done harmoniously by the His Excellency Governor Alia and Akume's group under the existed ward ESCO. So it appeared that if that was done, then there's a consensus that the existing local government ESCO of the party will be affirmed. And that is exactly what happened throughout the country in all the APC states. And then where vacancies exist as a result of that or the officials defecting to other political parties, elections, elective congresses will be done in that place. And that is what was done in Benue. It was unfortunate that another Congress was done to elect officials in spite of what has happened throughout the country. And let me go straight to the fact of the friction. You see, we have to have something, gratitude, loyalty, discipline. The party all over the world cherish discipline. And we have an organized APC throughout the country that relies extremely on discipline and loyalty. Where there's a decision of NEC of the party, it does appear to everybody that that decision should be respected. And if you check across the country, that is exactly what happened. So Benue cannot be in isolation from other countries, in other states, because you see, in party politics, you are bound to have pressure groups within this party, but they should not escalate in a manner that it will distort the chances of the party in the forthcoming election. In our state, what we have been doing is to be state fight with the group that produced the governor. And the group that actually produced the current governor is Senator George Akume's group. Because the governor was a respected Catholic priest, so he had no party structure that could have taken him to winning election or winning the party primary. So it is that group that produced the election that had 2 senators, had 9 House of Reps members who are intact. And incidentally, what happens in Benue is that even the major opposing party, the PDP, they also defer to Senator Akume. That is, the Senator Maro and Governor Tom. They all take Akume as the leader of the party, irrespective of political parties, having the fact that he has paid his dues. Let me give you a short history. This is a man who was in PDP. And in 2011, he was kicked out of PDP and he went to SCN. At that time, SCN had no existence in the whole of northern Nigeria. He brought the party across the Niger. He was able to contest and win the senatorial election and produce 2 House of Reps members and several members of the House of Assembly. That became the emergence of SCN. It is that SCN now that merged and became APC. So you can see his track history that this is a party, the group that has been very solid. Our wish is that let us sit down together and have a harmonious, strong APC that we can confront the opposition in 2007. The issue of trying to do a parallel Congress different from what Nick suggested may not be appropriate. And it's definitely not appropriate, because if you want to judge Benue, you are a lawyer, and you must look at what happened in other states. Was there elective Congress conducted in other states, including FTC? There was none. So why would Benue deviate from a different thing when the e-registration was done by the existing ward ESCO? They were the one who did the e-registration. So if it comes to the local government Congress, it means those existing ESCO, which were validly recognized and registered with INEC, will be the one that will be affirmed based on the decision of NEC. So this is where it is a bit worrisome that in spite of this, whoever went to do a parallel Congress may not be necessarily doing the right thing. My thing is that they should sit down together and try to normalize this position in a manner that we prepare ourselves for 2027 election in Benue State for the APC to be victorious.
All right, thank you so much, sir, for your submission. Let me ask you. You said in charting the history of this, this impasse that Senator Akume was instrumental to Governor Alia emerging as governor in the state based on his structures, as he was a Catholic priest and so he didn't have his own political structures. If this is the case, is this another incident of a godfather and his godson not agreeing with the godson wanting to be independent? Would you describe this case as that? And if that is the case, there are lessons, or similar things like that have happened in River State, for instance. So do you think the intervention of the president or the leadership of the APC at this time would help to bring together the two parties at loggerheads in order to forge a path for APC in the state in 2027?
That will be most appropriate. I totally agree with you, the most appropriate. But you see, in party politics, loyalty is very important, and gratitude is very important. I am not saying that the governor may have some genuine reasons, but reasons in whatever way is on the round table. The president has urged the parties before to sit down together and do a reconciliation. That has not been done. The president again requested when he came to Benue, specifically requested for a reconciliation. That has not been done. I do believe that, in spite of the fact that you have authority now as a governor, which should also defer to age. I had always wished the governor look for senator, considering the fact that this is a man of his 70s. He has been a governor before, he has been a senator 3 times, and he says he should move to him and say, look, let us sit down and reconcile. And if they are unable, external forces can come to reconcile. That has been the position. But if you look at the analogy, the difference, the man conducted election, led a campaign of APC, went through a lot of legal houses. Even myself took the party there to court. About 9 people took the others went out to Supreme Court, was able to reconcile all the other members, aggrieved members who contested the primaries. We all came back and followed him to give victory to our respected governor. Now, let us look at it. Of all the 9 people who contested with the governor during the primary, none of them is with him. That means there's a failure of genuine reconciliation. There's no inclusiveness in this government. Because are you saying the 9 people, some are from I came from Kwande local government, he came from Kwande. We call that place Jeshua. Of more than 8 of them came from that area. None of them has been invited to join forces with the governor. I think that is where the point is missing. In party politics, it's not a matter of winner gets all. All of us that contested elections with him during primaries, there should be a role for us to play. It's not a matter of saying Akume is playing Godfatherism. But look at us who contested the election with them. Some of us stopped at the Court of Appeal, some went to the Supreme Court, but we all came back and joined forces, campaigned vigorously to produce him so that we can have an APC governor. That is the desire that we all should be part of the system. It's not a matter of old brigade and progressive. Progressive were there, but when he came, it was us, the old brigade, that followed and made sure that victory was achieved. So that is the point. It is something that the president or the party structure, national structure should sit, recognizing the role that of all the people elected in Benue under APC, which on the election that produced the governor, almost 90% are with Senator George Akume. So something must be somewhere wrong. And I always wish that my governor, whom I respect, will sit down and say, why is it that everybody is not with me? Everybody is elected, only 2 House of Reps are with me. No senator is with me. Even the senators who are in the opposition party are following the Akume. Then something is wrong. Let me have a self-assessment and go to this man and sit down with me and invite some of us. If there's grievances, we can say, our leader, this is where you went wrong. Let us reconcile with the young man and move forward the state so that the party will always win as an APC state.
Okay. So a couple of things. From this inference, it's as if you're endorsing Godfatherism. That's what it seems like to me. A governor who's supposed
no, Seni, it's not like that. It's not Godfatherism. No, let me finish. But party is not a... Party politics is not a one... Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish here.
Yes.
Because Reverend Father Alia, you like him or you don't like him, that is supposed to be the 001. I thought that former Governor Akume would have been busy in Abuja and he should face being the secretary to the government rather than coming to interfere, because all of this, as far as I'm concerned, is interference. You and I know that Nigerian politics is a winner takes it all. If Governor Alia chooses to work with people that campaign against him, if he's comfortable, he will work with you people. If he has chosen not to, it is for you to be able to give him the support you can within your own rights. So you saying he's not work with you and you say you should defer to Governor Akume, and he didn't have structure, it was Governor Akume that gave him structure. As of today, he's the governor of the state. And why can't you people just respect the man? Because all I'm saying is, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, or how do they say it? Because you have a shared enemy now, Governor Alia is the problem. Because this same Governor Alia, leading up to the last election, he was very popular in the state. So when people say he doesn't have structure, it was Akume's structure, I keep wondering, what's this structure thing you people are talking about? Isn't it time for you people to leave Governor Alia? See, don't get me wrong, I don't agree with Governor Alia on many things. I criticize him on many things, but on this one, it's time for you just to leave him to do his work.
I think we're talking here about congresses. You are missing the point. The point clear here is that there's a decision on NEC that there should be affirmation. That has nothing to do with the popularity of Alia, and that has nothing to do with what we should do. The party all over the country has done affirmation. So what should the case in Benue be different? Other governors who were in PDP and moved to APC followed the decision of affirmation. So why should Benue be different? We are not saying he's doing something wrong. I am not accusing him. I don't have any personal grudge with him. I'm saying that if there's an affirmation in 36 states, including federal capital, then why will you single out Benue and say they should not? I have given you an analogy that e-registration was done, and it was done by the ESCO that existed at the local, at the ward level. They were the one who did the e-registration. That means they also recognize the fact that the existing ESCO is there. And the directive was that if they have not left the party or they're not dead, do affirmation. And that is what's supposed to happen in Benue. What is difficult about that? That does not make anybody look down on him. That does not in any way be an interference with his duties as governor. Nobody is saying give you a job in the government. But this is a party issue. So I don't agree with you that you the director... let me finish. Let me finish, please. Yeah. If there's a directives that the whole country should do affirmation, do you find it appropriate that Benue will be the only one that affirmation will not be done? Is that what you are suggesting? And if it's done, it means they are not. Okay. They are doing Godfatherism. I don't see the Godfatherism in that.
Mr. Aondoakaa, what I reacted is to all the things you said. You talked about the fact that he's not deferring to Akume.
Okay.
You talked hang on a minute, let me finish now. You talked about the fact that you people that campaigned against him is not working with you people. I just think you people just want to arm twist him. I might be wrong, but he must not agree with you people. That's just, you said all those things. So when you say I'm missing the point, I'm wondering that are we still here? You said all those things with your own mouth, sir. And those are the things I'm reacting to. That he should go and defer to Akume. He's the incumbent governor. He should not go and defer to Akume. Why should he defer to Akume? Akume should be busy with his position in government. Let's leave this man alone. I don't agree with him on many things. But on this, let's leave him alone. Please, Dr. Bati.
Okay, sir. I'm hearing that I say the president said there should be reconciliation. That does not, if the president directed there should be reconciliation, sitting down together to do the reconciliation does not in any way mean that somebody is trying to lord over the government.
Okay, sir. I would just
the president called the parties and say, and that has not been done. And when you ask the question, I say I totally agree that there should be an intervention of the president, but or the party leadership. But I went on to inform you here that the president has already directed that the party should reconcile. And what I only suggested that if the party is to reconcile, the governor is the leader of the parties. What you are trying to allude is that he's the leader of the party who will take initiatives of this reconciliation.
Okay.
That has not been done.
Okay.
So that thing the president directed, then saying that coming to the SGF by a matter of his age and coming to say, look, the president said we should reconcile, when are we reconciling, does not in any way mean that he's deferring to the authority of SGF, or does it in any way mean that SGF is lording over him. It's just out of respect. You expect somebody of 72 years to go running around that the president said we should reconcile. Can he do that? If he goes to say the president said we should reconcile, he's lording over the governor. If the president says reconcile, it is the governor who will say, let us carry out the directives of Mr. President. I think you always have so much respect, but it looks like you didn't get me very well.
Okay. I would like to ask
very
you,
well. That couldn't have meant anything.
We're trying to manage time. We're trying to manage time. So it's important that the responses are short and precise. Now, I'd like to ask you about ethnic politics and power shift in Benue, which would seem to also be at the very base of this controversy. Now, the TIF, they control about 14 local governments. The Idoma and the Igede, they control about 9 local governments. Now, in your own constituency, Kwande Ushongo constituency, some people are saying, well, the Kwande people are interested in the Senate seat in 2027. Another faction in Kwande has already endorsed the governor and said, let the governor continue. We will go to the Senate. But some other people are saying, let us complete the tenure of Governor Aparaku that was truncated. So this issue about ethnicity is not really the main problem, but you seem not to identify with those who have passed the vote of confidence in Hyacinth Alia. Perhaps you are on the side of those who say, well, it's this turn of the Domas or the other groups who control 9 local governments to produce the next governor, and that Alia should just be happy with one term. He, having hailed from Vandekia, which is a TV constituency. Just to get a sense of ethnicity.
Well, you see, I don't get myself into issues of ethnicity. I follow the Constitution. And in every contest, the Idoma people have contested. The last election, which produced our respected governor, they participated, Chief Lawani participated in the primaries. Unfortunately, the delegate primary was aborted, and what came out was different. They have always participated, they have always contested. You rightly said the politics is a game on number. I always wish that because of extreme crisis engulfing the Tea region, an opportunity should come where another tribe also should have the opportunity to rule the state. That's my personal opinion. And we'll see what happens. All we need is progress. When you come to party politics, even at the national levels, when you say this, the South should produce, you see some Northerners still appearing on the ballot paper for as presidential candidate. It's left for the electors to decide who wins. In this case, we are talking of congresses. And certainly, if congresses goes harmoniously, there will be primaries, and everybody who contested, including the governor, if he wins, every member of the party will follow him and campaign.
All right. Thank you.
Right now, as I'm talking,
yes,
we have more people in Idoma land who have come out openly in APC and put their posters that they are contesting primaries in APC for governorship. So we're all hopeful that everything should be done lawfully and everybody should be given an opportunity, so that when the Congress will come, we will see what happens.
All right. Thank you so very much for your time with us this morning, Mr. Aondoakaa. Of course, we look forward to seeing what the updates on the political terrain, particularly with the APC in Benue State, what the outcome will be. But thanks for your insights this morning.